Welcome to BetWise Academy, your gateway to mastering casino strategies and betting philosophies. We're dedicated to demystifying gambling, revealing hidden patterns and strategies that tilt the odds in your favor. Our diverse community of gamblers, strategists, and enthusiasts shares a passion for understanding betting dynamics. The Martingale system, named after a French mathematician, is a timeless betting strategy known for its simplicity and apparent foolproof nature. Its application in games like Blackjack is intriguing, transforming the dynamics and offering a fresh perspective on this classic game of skill and luck. Get ready as we delve into the Martingale system and its application in Blackjack. Before we delve deeper into the Martingale system, we'd like to remind you to subscribe to BetWise Academy. Our channel is a treasure trove of insightful videos on betting strategies, casino games, and more. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release new content, and you'll be part of a community of like-minded enthusiasts who share your passion for betting strategies. Stay with us as we unravel the mysteries of the Martingale system in Blackjack. Your journey into the world of strategic betting is just beginning. Stay tuned. What is the Martingale system? Doubling bets after a loss to recover losses and make a profit. This gambling strategy, while seeming simple, has a rich history and a fascinating theory behind it. The Martingale system works on the premise of probability and the statistical concept of eventual win. In essence, every time you lose a bet, you double the amount staked on the next one. The logic here is that if you eventually win, you'll recover all your previous losses and still come out with a small profit equal to your initial stake. Let's look at an example where you're betting $1. If you lose, your next bet will be $2. Following a loss here, you'd wager $4, then $8, and so forth. The cycle continues until you finally win. Once you do, you would have regained all previous lost bets plus that initial $1. This system is commonly used in games that offer even money bets like roulette, baccarat, and craps, but it can be applied to many things, including blackjack. However, it's important to note that the Martingale system is not without its risks. It requires a substantial bankroll and does not guarantee a win. Pros of the Martingale: it can offer a chance to recoup losses quickly, especially in short-term sessions. This betting system hails from the annals of gambling history and has become well regarded over time. The Martingale method is straightforward. You double your bet after a loss until you win. Its simplicity makes it accessible for beginners who may have a smaller bankroll at their disposal. But this could also present a negative for the system. It's a beginner-friendly system which doesn't require extensive gambling knowledge or a large initial bankroll. The Martingale system is excellent for short-term sessions due to its potential for swift recovery. When you start winning, you could recover losses and even turn a profit in a short amount of time. This is why it's popular among roulette and blackjack players who often play in brief, intense rounds. However, it's essential to note that the Martingale method has its risks. It's not a surefire system and can lead to significant losses if not handled correctly. It's crucial to adopt it cautiously and always set sensible betting boundaries. Cons of the Martingale system: risk of large losses during losing streaks and hitting table limits. The Martingale system, while seemingly foolproof, carries a significant downside. The most notable one is the potential for considerable losses during a string of losses. Visualize yourself at a gaming table, adhering to the Martingale strategy. You lose, yet you stick to the plan and double your bet. Unfortunately, the cards or dice aren't in your favor. Your losses increase and your bets escalate. Soon you're wagering enormous amounts, hoping the next round will compensate for past losses. However, the losing streak persists. Moreover, another risk with the Martingale system is table limits. Betting houses often have a cap on the amount you can wager at a time. If you carry on doubling your bet during a losing streak, you may swiftly reach the table limit, making it impossible to recover your losses. Now let's bring all of this theory into practice. We're diving into a real-time example of the Martingale system as we take on a round of blackjack. Having a strategic plan, we commit to a comprehensive 15-minute blackjack session, pledging to adhere to the stand on 17, hit stand charts, a well-known tactic among pros. To save time, we have accelerated the video, making the process faster. We kick off with a bet of $10. Our first hand is a push, a relief it's not a loss. We venture another $10. This time luck swings our way, the dealer busts, and we win. Gradually, a series of wins starts to strengthen our bankroll. However, we suffer our first blow and double our bet to $20, only to be met with another loss. Sticking to the Martingale system rules, we place our bet once more to $40, and this time, victory is ours. We bounce back into the positive zone, regaining the initial bet in the series. Let's not forget the Martingale system is anchored on the belief that a win is inevitable, and when it does occur, it will compensate for all previous losses. Consistently implementing the strategy, we reach the midpoint of our 15-minute session, roughly 25 hands in. This is where we stumble upon a hurdle. We endure 6 consecutive losses, pushing our next hand to a daunting $640. Unfortunately, our bankroll isn't deep enough to back this up, so we decide to max bet our remaining $500, crossing our fingers. Fortunately, we hit, but we're not quite back to where we hope to be. Sticking to the strategy, another 15 hands down the road, we encounter the same predicament. 6 consecutive losses and an impending $640 hand we can't afford. This time it's not about the table limit, but the initial downside of the Martingale system, the requirement of a substantial bankroll to endure possible series of losses. Clearly, the Martingale system, while potentially profitable, is a high-stakes strategy that requires the willingness to risk and a bankroll hefty enough to back it up. As demonstrated, a losing streak can quickly skyrocket the bet amount, turning the game into a precarious venture. In the next scene, we will summarize everything we have discussed so far. Recap and conclusion, summary of pros, cons, and application of Martingale and Blackjack. To begin with, let's talk about the pros. Martingale is a betting strategy that, if used correctly, could potentially lead to substantial winnings. It's a system predicated on the idea of doubling down on your bet every time you lose, thereby allowing for the possibility of recouping all past losses in one successful round. This strategy can be particularly effective in games like Blackjack, where the odds of winning are close to 50%. Now let's move to the cons. While Martingale does offer potential, it requires an extensive bankroll to sustain inevitable losses. With every losing bet, the amount risked doubles, which can lead to rapid depletion of resources. Also, this system is based on the gambler's fallacy and does not alter the house edge or the odds of the game. Concerning the application of Martingale in Blackjack, it's essential to remember that while it may seem appealing due to its simplicity, it is a high-risk strategy. The system is based on the assumption that the player will eventually win, which is not always the case. A string of losses can quickly escalate the risk and potential losses. Martingale offers potential, but requires caution and understanding of its limitations.